Guys, welcome back to another wild camp video. I'm on the north coast of Cornwall and I've walked about, not very far today, maybe a kilometre, maybe a mile, maybe a kilometre and a half mile, something like that, to here. So I'm at the very tip of the point on the coastal path. So that's the north of Cornwall there. This little island just off Polzeath. It's a beautiful day. And that's South Cornwall, and then there's Padstow, further inland on Bridge, and there's Polzeath, and New Polzeath on the left. So I'm on this big rock. Hopefully you can still hear me with all this wind noise. It's not that windy, but I'm so exposed. I expect it's still quite windy for you. Wow, really sweltering. The wind is so lovely. So, got a few new toys today, which I'll show people in a moment. In the meantime, look at this rock. This side, which is pretty much north facing, totally covered in this lichen. Look at that. If I knew what I was talking about, I could tell you if you could eat it, but I don't. I might look up what type of lichen this is. It's quite bristly. So that's the north of the rock. Well, perhaps it's north, maybe it's northwest, and then the south of the rock, southeast of the rock, very little indeed. I'll bring it lower so you can see it. Very little lichen compared to the north. There's another north facing side there. And here, look. Wow. God, it's so sheltered down here. The winds aren't predicted to be too strong today. 10 miles an hour perhaps. Nothing too bad, but I've got a different tent today, which should handle any wind I can throw at it, really. So the question now is, where do I pitch up? Ideally I'd like to be away from the coastal path. You don't want to attract too much attention, just from early morning dog walkers and things. Keep a bit of a low profile, it makes it more fun and stealthy that way. So I'm thinking I could go somewhere around here. They won't see me from there. No one will see me from the cliffs. They'll only see me if they come up this path and look to the right, but I could dip in there. That's an option. Or I think I'm going to have a look around there, just see what's on the other side of that, and that might help me choose where I'm going to go. I'll show you my rucksack in a moment. Actually, let's show you that now. God, this thing's an absolute monster today. I reckon it's got to be 30 kilos. I've normally been carrying about 24 kilograms, but in there I have a couple of kilograms less water, but I've got a tent that's about probably 6 kilograms heavier, and this other camp bed, very old canvas camp bed, and the original roll mat. The canvas camp bed must weigh a couple of kilograms, so I'm probably around 30 to 33 kilograms. It was a bit of a trek. Right, I'm going to go for a little explore, leave you with this view, and I will be back in a moment when I've pitched up. God, this place just gets better and better. So I've just walked a little bit further along the cliff, so I've just come from that tiny little point there, 100 or 200 metres away, and I found this. Look at this cove. Amazing. God, I'd give my left nut to go over there. I think it's a bit beyond me today, I'm a bit tired. I can go there next time, maybe with a lighter tent. And I've just seen this. Composed on these cliffs, 1914. So my guess is this is perhaps Lawrence Binyon's son. So Lawrence Binyon must have had a son who died in the First World War. Amazing. Must be a local chap. Wow. So, where am I going to stay? The wind isn't that bad. The tent could handle it. But I'd like to be out of the way a bit. Now my tent today is not that discreet. It's probably 5 to 6 feet high. It's brand new. I've done the thing you shouldn't do and bring it along, having not erected it elsewhere first. So if it all falls apart, or doesn't work, or it's missing some parts, which was really particularly stupid as I bought it second hand, then I've got the bivvy bag if needs be. So my thoughts are, I could go back where I was over there and then just go inland a bit, or I could try and shelter just behind this half of this sized wall here. If I go inland a bit, that might give me a little bit more shelter from the wind and from people's eyes. There we go. So those are the two options. I'm going to go and explore them a bit. So the adventure continues. So I walked a little further across the cliff over there, so about half a kilometre down there is the first point I stopped at. Now we've got this stunning bit here. I couldn't really find anywhere to crash that wasn't right next to the footpath. So two options now. Hopefully you can hear me with all this wind. I could camp on there, which looks quite appealing to me, to be honest. It's just a stunning spot, isn't it? And it's slightly sheltered from the pretty much northerly wind. Or I could hug that slight side there, the hedge. That will protect me from the northerly wind. It's out of the way, it's a bit more discreet. I don't know, I'm not sure. It's visible from the coastal path, but I was saying that, people have just turned up. There's been about 10 people walk past me since I've been sort of lurking around here, so I do want to be a bit discreet if I can. So I might see if I can get up there, and if I can't, I might go down there and just enjoy the crazy scenery. Guys, right, I finally manned up and made a decision. This is where I'm camping. Oh, so that little slight dressing out bit of headland. My goodness, this is stunning. God, it feels like you're miles away from anywhere. So, the original place I was going to camp was near that rock, or maybe one around from there actually, sorry, one around from there. That was the second video I did on that rock around there. But I think this might be perfect. Feels like it's in the middle of nowhere. Now the wind is pretty much coming from the sun at the moment. I think it's going to be coming from around there. However, it's supposed to be, yeah, I can feel it now. I'll do a little experiment for you. Yeah, it's pretty much coming from where the sun is. So it's pretty much from the west. Yeah, west. However, it's supposed to be switching to the north, or it's currently northwest, and it's supposed to be switching to the north as the evening goes on, which is there. And directly north of me is a reasonably big cliff. So I'm hoping that will protect me from the wind a bit. The tent can handle it, but I just want to sleep better. God, isn't this amazing? And if I run up here, I say run, I'm walking. I've no intention of running after carrying that 30-something kilo rucksack for a few kilometres. I think this around here somewhere is Port Isaac. Don't ask me how far round, but somewhere around that coastline is Port Isaac. Probably around the, oh, come on. around there. Port Isaac. Oh, stunning. I've got to say, if I'd had a bivvy bag or a really tiny tent, I could have had so many more options for camping, but just when you've got a reasonably big tent, you initially wanted to be discreet. I've kind of given up on that idea of being discreet. I'm going to be jutting out most prominently here. However, it's that much further away from either of the towns that, or towns, villages, that I might get disturbed by a dog walker at 6 o'clock in the morning, but other than that, not too bad. Do hope you can hear me with this wind, but it isn't too bad, the wind. If this is a complete disaster, I do have the option of going back up to the hill I mentioned earlier, but I think this will be great. And I think I found quite a good little cooking spot. This grass here, where the compass was, quite a bit shorter, so I think I'll probably be safe on a gas stove around there. Anyway, I think I might pitch up and get myself settled. First time I've pitched this tent, so it might be a learning process. Look at those cliffs. That is just the most stunning sight. Right, cheerio for now. Okay guys, right, so it's been about a quarter of an hour and here's the tent. Can you recognise it yet? It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. This is Robins Fairbanks. There you go. Oh. Quite a big footprint there. Definitely probably twice the footprint of my Sierra Design blue one, but I gotta say it looks pretty nice. It's so big that I've gone into that big bump there without really meaning to, but I can't be bothered to move it now. Wasn't that hard to put up. I think I'll do it quicker next time. Foolishly, I haven't got a mallet or anything, and the ground's quite hard, but I'll see what I can do. It's not that windy, so I think we'll be okay. And this view's just going to get better and better. But I'm keen to get my bedding sorted and get myself sorted, and then maybe get some bite to eat on. And then after a bite to eat, I'll probably scale up this little cliff here and take some photos. So I'll peg the tent out properly. And okay guys, started making a bit of a nest. So here's the tent. God, I'm so impressed with this. It's too big for wild camping, it really is. Unless there's probably 2 or 3 of you. It's classed as a 4-man tent, which is, I would say that was realistic really. Maybe 3-man, but 2-man and a dog, perfect. Especially with that cooking space. And now here's another new addition, which is about 50 years old, is this canvas bed. Now I'm sure you've seen some similar to this before, the sort of army style ones which are only a couple of inches off the ground. But the best thing about this is it's really wide. It's at least 10 centimetres, 8 centimetres wider than most of them. I think I should measure it when I get home, but I believe it's around, I might put it in the description actually, I believe it's around 65 centimetres wide, maybe more like 70. So it's so comfortable. I've tried it at home and I'm going to try it now. Look at the seagull just following the thermals. Prefer it to be a buzzard, but the seagulls are nice. Amazing. Oh, amazing. The view is just getting better. I'm not even hungry. I might go for a walk before I eat. I'm not even hungry. Right, I need to tie these tie the vents a bit further down on the tent, because at the moment it's looking a little bit flappy and the wind might make that flap. But other than that, it's ready to go. Hi guys, cheers for now. So I'm all pitched up. There she is. There's a few people just walking past. They just turned up and then left shortly afterwards, 2 ladies. Oh, look at this. Hope you can hear me because of the wind. I'm doing my best to cover it up, but so to the right here, that's towards Bude, Port Isaac, then Bude, and to the left It's Weybridge, Polseth, Damer Bay, that sort of stuff. Wow. I just can't believe that rock face, it's amazing. And this is not a bad little camping spot. I've just noticed, now I look back, that tent's at quite an angle, isn't it? It's more of a slope on there than I thought. But it's sheltered from the wind and it's going to have a beautiful sunset, so totally worth it, I think. I guess if I wanted somewhere really flat I could have gone around here or down there, but it's in the way of the path there and exposed to the wind, and down there's all dark in the shade, so I'll just put up with being at a bit of a slope. Hopefully the camp bed will sort me out and I won't slide down too much. Oh, this is perfect. I need some food. Boy's hungry as well, aren't you, boy? Ready for some tea? You know that word, don't you? Right. Oh, this is amazing. There's some beautiful sunsets. But let's get a bite to eat first and then I'll be back. Love the tent. Right, supper. Dog's enjoying his. He could have some water out of that when he's done. Loads of food. 2 curries, beans for breakfast, bit of sweet corn, not that that's particularly healthy, but it's as healthy as I'm getting. 2 mug shots, but I've gone for noodles this time. Noodles. And I'm going to try and eat them in the packet to save washing up and stuff. Because the rest of them, I thought I had my frying pan with me, but I don't. So I'm going to try and cook everything out of this old... I brought just this today, that saved a bit of weight. And then 2 vodka things. Oh, mojito sounds blooming good. Oh, I'll enjoy those. Right. Yeah, quick mud shot, and then I'll get on with the more serious stuff. Dog goes first, of course, because he was starving. Oh, look at that. All to myself. All to myself. This? What is that? That's low. No, we're north of Newquay, so it's not coming in from Newquay. And we're way... God, that's huge. That must be a military plane. It's low as well, look. I feel like I can touch it. Twin prop, quad prop. Where the hell is that going? Amazing. God, that sounded really spooky. Oh. There we go, got my curry simmering along. I'm doing something really silly and sitting on my Oh, you cold, boy? Are you cold? Alright, we'll go inside in a minute. Oh, that's simmering nicely. I'm going to wolf that down and then crack on.